Now, whatever you do, don't push this button.
I am Groot.
Uh-huh.
I am Groot.
That's right.
I am Groot.
No! No, that's the button that will kill everyone!
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vontae the First, and I am back again in the AM with another reaction to One Piece, and this is chapter 1139. Yo, everybody and their mama know that the last chapter, chapter 1138, was an incredible chapter. Oda was cooking. That boy was cooking. Hey, top 10, honestly, top 1 or 2 when it comes to the lore of One Piece. Literally in that mural alone, and even from the Harley text, those 3 different chapters or little stories in that Saul was reading to Robin, and then with Frankie looking at the murals at the same time. That shit was the craziest shit. It has everybody theorizing, even people that probably didn't even theorize much with One Piece before, now started to get on board with that kind of stuff. Because, you know, One Piece got so much you could look forward to that a lot of times people who, you know, only care about like the power system or the power scaling rather, and the conflicts and, you know, other stuff, even they got those people, Oda got those people on board and theorizing. And man, it's just ridiculous. Every time I look at the mural, I just think of something different. I have a new interpretation of something. But even aside from that, in the last chapter, we got some more stuff with Shamrock and Loki. He has a Cerberus blade thing, so I'm assuming that his sword ate a devil fruit, so that's why he's able to do that. And they even like can like conjure up blades from their own mouth and whatnot, and they can like get released from his sword and come back. Shit's wild. And also the mystery man, the man who's been expecting the Straw Hats to coming on to Elbaf. We get to see him a little bit for like a little short, little skinny, narrow ass panel, but I guess we'll be seeing him pretty soon. I don't know when, but I'm excited to see who he is. I know there's a lot of predictions. My first prediction, based off of how he looked, I was thinking Gold Lion Shiki. But my second prediction is probably Scopper Gaban, which I think Scopper Gaban is also that kid's father. Shit, he might be the man marked by flame. He might be a lot of different things. So who knows? But let's get into this chapter right now, because I know y'all been waiting. Let's get into it. All right, the Mountain Eater. Okay, that's what the chapter title. Sounds like you might end up getting to see the dude then, because we don't know any other nickname of someone named the Mountain Eater, unless it's some Elbaf giant named the Mountain Eater or something. But we here. Who's who? We at his place, obviously, in fucking Wano. Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest, Surrogate Pilgrimage, Volume 25. They captured the 2 rebels. Wait a minute, I just realized that. No, never mind. I was about to say, is that supposed to be Yamato and somebody else on the ground? No, never mind. We've been searching for the key for quite a while. The sun is about to set. Look at the size of this place. The guards have no idea where the key, the one who probably knows about it. The exploration of Aura's castle continues. Yeah, I wonder what other shit they're going to see in there or find, besides all the other skeletons and shit. Is Jaro-sama maybe wait, hold on, let me see. The one who probably knows about it is Jaro-sama. Maybe the other elders too. The old man with the sword, would he actually tell me where it is? Of course, he wouldn't tell you letting Loki escape. It's considered a serious crime, you know? Of course, he wouldn't tell you. Letting Loki escape is considered a serious crime, you know, obviously. Not that we've even decided whether to free him or not. Wow, Zoro, you really don't take it easy. Hey, guys, look over here. What is it? Okay, what they about to see? Go. A red carpet. The remnants of the nobility could this be the throne room? More than likely. More than likely. Whenever you have like a red carpet or something, it's supposed to be like a big setting or place. In the original, it can also be read as King's Chamber. Okay. With your whoa, everything's wrecked. The signs of battle are all over the place. The ceiling is completely destroyed. So this really is the throne room. What's that mark? A mark here. Oh shit, a pentagram. From when Shamrock and Gonko first came here, right? That's right. It looks like a magic circle I saw in a book. What is that? It's a ritual from some country used to summon demons. What? Does it actually summon them? Well, I don't know. Why would something like this be in the throne room? That's creepy. Or I'm trying to think, or is that something that was just always in the throne room, in the chamber itself, And because I remember when Gunko and Shamrock first came, they were like by the castle. I thought they were like near the castle rather than inside of it. So maybe I'm getting it confused. Maybe this was just in the throne room and this has nothing to do with Shamrock and Gunko. But I'm pretty sure that's where they first appeared at. But yeah, I'm assuming it's a transportation circle. So yeah, I feel like I've seen this somewhere recently. Straw Hat Luffy, yeah, you did. You seen it with Saturn. Who is it? Is it you, demon? What? Of course not, idiot. Who is it? Could it be the spirits of the dead? I've always wanted to meet you. Who are you? Show yourself now. Calm yourself. Calm yourself. Could this be a summoned demon? This castle is cursed. We should run before we get possessed. Wait, stop running, Road. Okay, wait. Yeah, oppa. Hey. Yeah, don't let go of my hand. Oh, thank you. There's someone on the throne. Forgive me, Namitaso. I'm going to beat you up. Ah, Yashi. Why are you here? Resident of Elbaf, human former pirate, Yarsan. So it ain't Shiki. That's Scopper Gaban though. It's literally his hair. I see his hair. I've been looking at him in the last few days, weeks, months, honestly, because we were all predicting that he might be the man marked by flame, he might be this, might be that. He's the next person of the Roger Pirates that we're gonna see, and here he is. So he's so he's been living here and the former pirate. So once again, I think he is the father of that kid, and that's Ripley's husband, because she said he's a former pirate, and the way she was talking made it sound like he was old, even though obviously she's older as a giant, but she looks younger. So there we go. I sensed a strange hockey coming from the castle, but it seems it's gone now. Instead, I found you. I've heard the rumor, Straw Hat Luffy. Seems like you took down Kaido, didn't you? It's been a long time. I want to travel to Wano country again. That's crazy. I do really like that though, that like there's remnants of the Roger Pirates. So whatever they saw, I feel like this does play a big role into like whatever they saw, when they're at Laugh Tale, because of Rayleigh even training Luffy for one, and he was always like, he seen Roger in him and all that. And then now you have Scopper Gaban, who literally, even though this is Scopper Gaban, but we don't know yet like his actual name because they didn't introduce him like that. But it's him. I see that here. It's him. He got the same shades and everything. But the fact that he even wanted to meet Luffy too, like how the fuck would you know? Because once again, Elbaf, they're closed off from the rest of the world. They wouldn't know anything that's going on, at least not usually, right? So that's interesting. I'm thinking that yeah, they definitely seen. I have a theory about that, by the way. I need to release some theories. I got like 3 or 4 of them, but I know I'm going on a tangent. I'll get back into it, but let me finish this off. But I think that the Roger Pirates seen the future and the past. They seen both times. So what's about to happen in this the third war or world, and what happened prior, from like the Void Century and even the OG first Nika Century. So anyway, that's why Roger said he's too early, and also he said he wished he could have been in Joy Boy time because he missed out on both. See what I'm getting at? Anyway, what Yashi in Elbaf, he's known as Yarsan. Didn't you go to the school? Didn't you meet a teacher named Ripley there? He's her husband. There we go. So he's the father of that big little guy. Big little guy. Yeah, indeed. So you met Ripley and Kron? He inherited he inherited a lot of giant blood. Even as my child, he was too big for me to carry. He's 20 years old, That boy, 20 years old. And Ripley is 80. She's older than me, okay? Marrying a giant isn't worth it. After all, I'm the only one aging. Indeed, to think someone like that exists, that is pretty crazy, though. Love is freedom. I fuck with that, too. Historically, many mixed blood races have existed. Buccaneers, Dusundas, long limb, we know them, Wontons, but Buccaneers is a new one that we got introduced to in Egghead. Hybrid races struggle to survive, but in every era there have always been those who knew how to adapt. What? You seem to know a lot, but who are you? The missionary of love. Sanji will probably end up like this when he gets old. And this is literally the left hand or the left wing of the Pirate King. So he literally is Sanji. I like that. I like how Oda's already putting that out there, because we all been kind of talking about it like that. So that's cool. Oh man, I'm looking for Loki's key. Don't say things like that so casually. Of course, he doesn't know. So just forget about it. Impossible. Oh, that Loki. By the way, so Scopper Gaban should have definitely been here then, because he's been living here for a while. And if his son is 20, I'm assuming he's been here for, 25 years at least. And, well, ever since Roger died, I'd assume so. Plus, the Loki situation happened not that long ago. Like, what, 10 years ago, he said? I think. I could be wrong. Something like that. Between 10 to 20. But I think not that long ago. Interesting. I love it when trouble is caused by other people. What a terrible taste. It's not something you should be telling anyone you know. Little miss, secrets are meant to be spread. I already told you to stop. Do you know what kind of man Loki is? When the worst happens, what will you do? I'll beat him up and lock him up again. In the past, once a man called Red Hair, Shanks captured him, but until then, no one had ever been able to stop him. That's the thing. Shanks did it with his crew. I know I'm just headcanon it, but we've seen Shanks and his crew, and we know that they're just as famous and notorious as him. So I just feel like, yeah, it took his whole crew to do it. Not saying that Shanks couldn't do it himself, but I don't think he would be able to beat him and kind of subdue him and lock him up or whatever, or complete stop to him. I think he probably would have needed some help. What kind of power does Loki have? Because that's literally what I was about to say, because he probably got crazy power. If by any chance something happens, how much damage would there be? Hey, wait up. Well, let's look for the key. That old man talks too much. Hey, what a waste of time. He's warning us. Listen up, you two. Forgive me, Archie. What? I'm sick of your warnings. Are you scared or what? I never said that. He's thinking about Roger. Wow. If you want to stop me, then fight me. I told you to understand the risk, Roger, you idiot. Hey, Road, push that throne, huh? Okay, a long time ago, he was part of the Pirate King's crew. Besides Roger, there were 2 other incredibly strong pirates. Oh, so there was another one besides Rayleigh. That's right. Once during Captain Roger's treatment, Roger and this man were staying in a hospital deep in the mountains. Okay. I like that. I like that we get to, well, that's another thing too. I keep saying I want to learn more about Roger as well, because now I feel like it's funny. We started out, I know I'm going on tangents and talking a lot, but I'm really, intrigued by all the shit I'm reading, especially with these last 2 chapters. But the thing is though, with Roger, it's he was so infamous, and he's the goal in the series. He's the goat that we're chasing. We're chasing this ghost/goat. And now things are starting to become even more infamous and notorious than him. Even Luffy's at a level where he's about to surpass him eventually. And not even just Luffy, everybody in terms of their goals, they have big, crazy goals. You can even say that Zoro's goal is even crazier than well, I'm not gonna go the lengths of that. But you get my point, big ass goals. Everybody had big goals, and everybody's playing a big role in this final war that's coming up. And him and his crew were too early for it once again. So it's just dope to revisit Roger, to learn more about him. And I feel like we're making him less of a legend, but more of a man. And I like that, because he was always seen as just this legend, but now he's becoming no, he's a man. And that's how you truly learn about the character, So anyway, but unfortunately the hospital ended up being surrounded by enemy pirates. However, this man walked out alone, and with just 2 axes, he slaughtered hundreds of pirates. Alone, and only with 2 axes? And there's more. All this man left behind was a completely devastated mountain. They say not even a single tree was left standing. What? Why did he cut down everything? Because of this legend, he became known as the Mountain Eater. Oh, he's a Mountain Eater. It's a well-known story. This man was, so Jinbei knew too. This man was called the left hand of the Pirate King, standing side by side with first mate Silver's Rayleigh. Yep. Goddamn, a lot of dialogue here, huh, Oda? A secret chamber, a treasure chamber. Yeah, son, you're the best. Treasure. Yashi, how did you know about this place? Exploring is my hobby. Oh, treasure. In other words, not even villains would desire the liberation of Loki. Would you steal this key? Huh? The liberation of Loki. In other words, not even villains would desire. Okay. No, I don't want to skip the page. God damn it. Hold on, where am I at? Okay, boom. All right, a chamber, a treasure chest, is completely empty. Yeah, it really was a treasure chamber back in the day. You liar. Don't hate me. This is an abandoned castle, of course. It would be a target for thieves. But look over there. Ah, the key. Something even thieves wouldn't want. All right. In other words, oh yeah, I already read that. I think I read it out of order. My fault. What? Like I said, he's here. This man has been living in Elbaf for over 20 years. For real? The legendary figure who stood as an equal to Roger and Rayleigh? The left hand of the Pirate King? I like how they use equal, because you already know the power scales are going to be, oh my god, what do you mean by the equals? That's the thing. Like, you know, I wouldn't say I'm a power scaler, but I don't do it as like a toxic thing. I just do it just for fun. It's just a good way to gauge a story, especially if it's a battle shonen. Power means everything in battle shonen, so it's like that's just a way to kind of gauge characters, their personalities, their traits, their strength, you know, and just everything, their mentality, all that. But like, I've always said this, for example, I always said that like obviously Sanji and Zoro are relative to each other. That's just what it is. But at the same time, obviously we know that Zoro is a bit higher than Sanji. And the same thing with Luffy. I think that Zoro is relative to Luffy. And what I mean by relative, I mean like everybody from like the top 1 in the series to top 20. So like 1 through 20, I feel like they're like all relative to each other. What I mean by that, like obviously the top 1 would be the top 20 character in the series. But like, it's more so that you're in the same realm that you can hang with them. It's not like you're just gonna get watched by them. You would get like high, mid, diffs, whatever the terms y'all motherfuckers be using. But you get my point. So it's just interesting to see that it's worded like that. He stood as an equal to Roger and Rayleigh. Even if it's not about power, it's just about notoriety, right? And that's kind of what I've been talking about a few times radically in this reaction. But yeah, Scopper Gaban, it appears. So the left-handed Pirate King then try to steal it from me. Oh, so you're gonna try to test them out? Yeah, let me see you in action, my boy. And we got a break next week, and I'm fine with that because Oda, you went crazy. You was going with no breaks. You was going crazy. I'm fine with that. This is a good stopping point and a good introduction to Scopper Gaban as well. So yeah, he might not be the man marked by flames. I mean, he might not. He still could be, but that's even more interesting to me if he's not the man marked by flames, because then that's somebody entirely different that we're trying to get towards. But it's interesting because if Kid was coming this way to meet that person, the person would have to be here on Elbaf, I'd assume. So it could be Scopper Gaban. Which, you know, since they just talked about Roger in the mountains with his treatment and whatnot, I would not be surprised if Kid is still alive and he was the one that saved Kid, and then he has him getting, you know, because I know a lot of people for some reason think that Kid is dead. I do not think Kid is dead. Like, if you ask me between the people who did die, between like Big Mom, Kaido, and Kid, I feel like it's a high chance that he's still alive compared to the other two. And I got Big Mom right behind him, and then Kaido last. But I wouldn't be surprised if he is still alive, obviously. Which is interesting because, you know, it goes back to what's going on right now with Shamrock and Low-Key and Shanks stuff. Where, like, last chapter, Luffy was like, Shanks would never do such a thing. He would never, blah, blah, blah. He would never, you know, do the shit that he was doing and whatnot. But, and he's right. But it'll be interesting if Kid is still alive and then they talk about that Kid clash with Shanks here. Not to say that like Luffy will look at it like, oh my god, like why would he do that to you, Kid? Like he knows Kid, he knows he's a pirate, he knows he probably was the one that initiated it. So, but still, it's just one of those things. I think it's relevant to that, you know, with Shanks. So I would not be surprised if he was here fucked up and all that. But this is a good chapter though. It's a good introduction, good dialogue. I feel like none of the dialogue in this chapter was wasted, which is dope. But yeah, man, great chapter. I wonder if there's any other Roger pirates that we will meet. I don't know. I'm not at this point. I feel like we won't meet anymore. Because we only knew Tom, Crocus. Obviously Rayleigh and Scopper Gaban. I can't think of nobody else, obviously, besides Shanks and Buggy. But yeah, this is interesting. I wonder if he's gonna have like a different ideology and take, like if he will tell the Straw Hats more than like what Rayleigh did. Like Rayleigh is all about like, I'll let them find out. Like I wonder if he's on the same kind of timing. Who knows though. But I like his character design a lot. I like his drip and everything. He looked cool. He looked like a cool ass old dude. But yeah, man, let me know down below how you guys felt about this chapter, my reaction. I know I was kind of I was yapping a lot, but I mean, I had to, because for one, I'm very excited on One Piece again. The last chapter really reignited a spark. And 2, this chapter is also good too, and it was just some stuff to talk about because for a minute now, I already knew that it was going to be Scopper Gaban. But yeah, I want to see what else he can teach us. I mean, obviously we're going to do like a little test and battle right now to get the key. But aside from that, I want to see if we can learn some more stuff from him, like historical stuff. But yeah, man, let me know down below how you guys felt about this chapter, my reaction, all that good stuff. And it's going to be a break next week. So I'll be seeing you guys in 2 weeks. So around February 20-something, I don't know, 20th, 21st, no. Probably the 20th, yeah. I think that's Thursday. So yeah, about the 20th or so. So yeah, man. See you guys on the next video. Please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys all then. And peace.